Alright guys, welcome back to yet another Whitetail Wednesday. Nathan and I are heading back here in the woods. Today we are talking about 5 things you can do to improve your trail camera pictures. Alright guys, so like I said, this week we're talking about 5 things you can do to improve your trail camera pictures. I got a Spartan Go Cam here. Number 1 I'm going to talk about, I started using these a few years ago, a bracket. Now most trail cameras come with a strap you can put around the tree. As you can see here, for example, this tree has poison ivy all over it. I don't like poison ivy, I get it really bad, don't want to touch it. If I had to put a strap around this, it would quite frankly just be not good at all. These, not only can I just put it wherever, don't have to worry about touching the poison ivy, but with these little brackets, you can put them on any tree you want. A small tree, a big tree. I mean, you can put this thing on a tree the size of a house that your strap can't get around. So number 1, to improve your trail camera pictures, look into some type of screw-in trail camera bracket. All right guys, number 2, if your state allows it, try putting mineral, a feeder, or feed on the ground in front of your trail camera to get that deer to stop and get better pictures of him. In this case, we've got a feeder full of BB squared from Big & J, and I've got a mineral site that I started here with some legit. This is gonna help me throughout this summer get pictures of deer right here, the bucks that are in this area, get solid pictures of them so that I know what deer they are, how old they are, and if there's any new deer in the area. Alright, number 3, this is a big one for me. When you're putting your trail camera out in a location, we've got a feed site that's on the ground right here. You want to make sure that your camera is never facing where the sun is going to rise or where the sun is going to set, because your camera is going to expose to that sun and your pictures are going to look like crap. In this case, we've got the west over here, we've got the east over here. Sun's going to rise here, sun's going to set there. Most people might say this right here is a good tree, but as you can see over here, it's pretty open right in here. When the sun sets, these evening pictures aren't going to be any good. They're going to be too dark. If I come over here to this tree, which I've actually had a camera on before and didn't work so well, the sun's going to come up here. Your pictures in the morning are going to be not good either. You got this big tree here, which I've also had one on, facing due north. This is going to be your best tree to get the best pictures in this location. Number 4 is position of camera. Me personally, I like to put my cameras at about waist high. This just allows me to get a really good point of view at the deer, kind of like you're standing here looking at them. Now for those guys that are out there on public land, stuff like that, where they don't want their cameras stolen, you can actually get creative and put these things, you know, high up in a tree. I've actually seen guys where they'll bring tree steps in or different things like that, climb up a little ways, put it up there and point it down. But for the most part, I like to try to keep my cameras waist high and kind of get that perspective as you're looking at those deer standing on your feed pile or scrape or whatever. Alright guys, so the 5th and final thing is the distance you want your feed or subject away from the trail camera. I try to do at least 5 solid steps, so not like, you know, little steps or whatever, 5 strides, so 5 yards I guess away is kind of my rule of thumb. Somewhere between 5 and 10 yards would probably be your best to get that deer centered really good in your picture. Right here we got a feed pile with some BB squared. I'm gonna put this out, but the same thing goes for if you're putting these on trails, if you're putting them on scrapes, however you're using your trail camera. A good 5 to 10 steps is a good rule of thumb to know how far you want the trail camera away from the picture that it's taking of the deer. Alright guys, I hope these 5 tips help you get better trail camera pictures this year, and I hope you guys enjoyed this Whitetail Wednesday. Until next week, God bless, and we'll see you then.